Vandy, you've come to call Queensland and Brisbane home for a good while now. How good does it feel to extend for another 2 years?
Yeah, no, really excited. Queensland, I've been in Queensland since 2003, playing with the Crocodiles up in Townsville, and I've spent a lot of my off seasons during my playing career here in Brisbane, and Brisbane's certainly home for me. And been with the club 7 years now, so to get the opportunity to extend for 2 more is really exciting. And I think what's being built here, and having our new facility and the roster that we're putting together, really excited to be a part of it, and very, very fortunate to be in the NBL and in a really good organisation.
And that's sort of a long time in basketball, a long time in the NBL. How much have you sort of developed and grown as a coach over that period of time?
Yeah, a lot. Across my, this is going into my 7th year now with the club, so I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and all those growth opportunities that happen for me personally and professionally, and the athletes that have been through this thing with me, and some of those, like Tyrell's still here, like Ty and I have been together going on 7 years now. So for me to continue challenging myself in this environment as a head coach on the day-to-day is exciting. I came into it as a young head coach, only a couple of years removed from playing, and got to do somewhat of an apprenticeship under Andre and CJ, which is like getting a PhD in basketball over 12 months in a COVID year in a challenging environment, and grateful for the opportunity. And now as you continue to go through like this journey of growth and development for me, and learning more about myself as a coach, and what I truly value, and then getting to coach the NBL1 and the under-17 national team in the off seasons, just keeps helping me get better as a coach, and as a relationship builder and developer of talent each and every year. So the job is never done.
Yeah. You mentioned it there, but I guess the result of longevity and the reward of longevity is seeing players progress. And how much of an enjoyable aspect is that? I guess seeing guys like Ty is a perfect example, seeing them go from the player they were 7 years ago to where they are now. Yeah, no, that's my why. Basketball's given me everything that I have in my life, in terms of the relationships and my career and my journey. Basketball's been the biggest impactor of that. So for me to pass on the experience and knowledge, and be able to share that and impact the development of players now and of people, like that's the most rewarding aspect of the job. And that's why it's easy to get up every day and come into an environment where you're with like-minded people who want to get better and want to succeed. Ty's a great example to come from where he's come from, to be where he's at now as the most improved player in the league, and on the cusp of, he's the best 5-man in the NBL. He's well and truly in that discussion. Like Sam McDaniel, like a guy that I've built a really, really strong relationship with, for him not to be with us last season because of the shoulder, but going through the process with him, and having him play for me in the NBL1, building that strong relationship and helping those guys get better on the daily basis is what's most rewarding. It's exciting to see when they uncover something new that they've been working on in game, and that becomes part of what they do, and then adding more to their toolkit every day. Yeah, you say it's your why. Clearly, when Stu and Mal came in and they sort of had their discussions with the members, especially, they said that you and DMAT were a big part of this organisation and why the coaching route has gone how it's gone. So to hear them sort of vindicate that and say actually these guys are crucial in the Bullets sort of direction, how much confidence does that give you as well? Yeah, a lot.
It's always nice to be recognised and the work that you do, but it's not why we do the work. Like the why we do the work is to help the players get better and ultimately impact outcomes for our organisation. Like that's why you do it. The recognition is nice, and it's in terms of Stu and Mal, like sharing those thoughts, like to have the confidence of those who lead you is, it always makes doing your job a whole lot easier. Having the voice in the discussions in terms of recruitment, retention, like style of play, all of those things. Like it's what you pine for as a coach, and you know we've been having that here for a period of time now, and you know for Stu to continue that is exciting for us.
It feels like you've got a good sort of dynamic between the three of you as well. Obviously, you mentioned the fact that you've done Australia, or doing Australia under 17 stuff. You're doing NBL1, DMAC the same, doing NBL1. So you've got experience and leadership qualities throughout that group.
Yeah, definitely. And I think everyone, like all of the coaching staff, brings a bit of a different skill set to what we do. You know, like Stu's ability to manage and lead people, and you know his personality type and his wealth of experience in the NBA and internationally is an asset to us that you know we can learn from. Like DMAC's experience as you know the greatest ever point guard to play in this league, his experience as a head coach, as an assistant coach, as a player developer, like watching him work every day is like you just learn new things. And you know me being a big guy instead of a guard, and you know just the different things that I bring as well, like the technical tactical skills that we all have. You know, will hopefully work, be complementary of each other, and we'll have a really strong coaching group. Yeah,
with Jacob coming in, you obviously got Tane coming here as well, and they join a group of pretty established guys at the Bullets now. How strong are those foundations that you've got here at the club moving forwards?
Yeah, and I'm like, it's exciting to bring two pieces like that to what we already have, and like there's a lot of discussion out in the market right now about, you know, the Bullets are taking their time and things are a little slow and they need to do this or that, and you know when you look at it, like we returned 5 foundational pieces and one of them didn't even play last year. Like Sam McDaniel comes back, he's one of the best 3 defenders in the NBL to go along with Mitch Norton and Tyrell Harrison, like elite defensive core in terms of what those 3 guys can do on and off the ball. Like Casey Prather, one of the best, you know, wing 4-man scorers in the league, all NBL second team, and we feel like we've only just scratched the surface with Casey and you know the second iteration of his career after a major injury. And then Torhi is like high IQ, like stretch the floor, pick and pop 5. He just helps us function at a really high level, and you saw towards the back end of last year, you know, the impact that he has on the game. And you know, Tane's like he's been at Virginia, which is a big time college program. You know, Jacob, like 4-year senior, like those guys are coming in ready to play. Like it's not like we're adding 2 rookies that are not physically ready, mentally ready. Like those guys have been in good college programs. They're coming to us as, you know, almost like, you know, like young veterans, so to speak, and you know, we've still got versatility in our like 2 import spots to fill, 2 local spots to fill, and you know that'll shake out over the next couple of weeks, and you know, we're excited about where we're positioned and what's still in the market that you know we're going after to, you know, to really round out the roster. And
I guess on that recruitment point of view, it's important to emphasise, as you said, there is a lot of time left. You've still got some summer league coming up to sort of look at what's out there, and plenty of basketball going on around the world to work out what you need. I'm sure you already know that, but what you need and what you can get.
Yeah, and I think like you know, Stu and like the recruitment strategy has been like really clear. Like, you know, we're not going to jump at shadows. We're not going to make a quick decision or a rash decision just because, you know, something presents itself. You know, the strategy is clear. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. And, you know, the patience is the key. You know, it was like patience with Jacob, you know, to go through that process to get him, because that's, you know, that's a piece that we really needed. You know, obviously the point guard position, you know, like a little bit more wing shooting, like those things that take time to play out, and ensuring that we have not only the right skill set, but then the right person who fits with the other personalities that we have. Like it's, you know, like the process is not a short one to get the right player and the right person into the environment.